James Amow of Incert Coin, vocalist, songwriter. James, talk to us about your love of music, how you started out, and what your musical interests are.
Love of music. Always loved music. Grew up listening to my dad's records, every rock band you can think of, reggae stuff. He just had this thing he just wanted to amass records, so I just used to get to listen to them all, and that just instilled in me a huge love of it. And my stepfather also was a huge Kaiso and jazz fan, so his record collection was huge too. So I had the best of both worlds as far as that goes. I was in choir in primary school and secondary school, so again, I never really lost touch with it until probably like A levels and so. But when I went into university, I formed a band with one of my best friends, and that was that. Started playing music, and now I play music with my other best friend, which is Incert. So it's been a big part of what I do, but I wouldn't say it defines me. I don't know. In my mind, it doesn't. And I guess in people's minds, it does. But when you started this by saying James Amow, vocalist and musician, I would actually describe myself as James Amow, father and liming guy. You know?
Okay, because you do have a family and you do have some very close friends around you, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about your other artistic talents.
I paint and, well, obviously draw and so forth, and I love to build stuff. I'm trying my hand at woodworking now. But, I'm pretty good at it. I haven't built anything from scratch yet, but I've refurbished things and it comes out cool. I've stopped painting for a while now. Just time is hard to get by, but that's all I used to do when I was younger. I'd paint for hours and hours. My mom used to have to come and beg me to come and eat.
Right, and how do those talents translate now as an adult? A family guy, an executive in a certain sense of the word. How do those talents translate into your life currently?
Creativity, I think, is something that works across the board. It's not just about art and poetry, which is lyrics for music, or writing music. I mean, all these things I can do, but I think the harder thing and the possibly the better use of creativity is to solve real world problems that get thrown at us. And in this business, or in any business, whether it's engineering or whatever, a certain level of creativity is necessary, I think, to come up with solutions that nobody can see, that nobody ever thought of, something that's so wacky that is actually like, why did you think of that? And that's weird. And you need to have a brain that's, kind of skewed to do that kind of thing. So I think the creativity throughout my life has helped me as far as putting out fires, because that's what I do on a daily basis, put out fires. Everybody always has a crisis.
Okay.
So.
I hear you. Tell me about your future plans as a creative person. How do you see yourself proceeding? I mean, we all have like hopes, dreams, places we'd like to go, things we'd like to do with our creativity. I mean, it can be a simple project. It doesn't have to be grand. Tell us about it.
Well, right now we're just trying to finish our either fifth or sixth full-length album as a band. But me personally, I would love to do a blues album, and I would love to do an album that was kind of mellow and easygoing. As you know, it's just hard rock.
Yeah.
I'd love to sit down one day and paint some pictures and have an exhibition, but time is something that I just don't have anymore to do any of these things. I can't sit down and strum my guitar at night at all anymore.
So would you consider time to be a pressure point in terms of what you're doing?
I wouldn't call it a pressure point. It's not there. I've learned to adapt to the fact that it's not there and I don't have it, and hopefully one day I'll have time, It's not that I'm not bitter that I don't have it because I can't play my guitar because I have my daughter crawling all over me.
Right.
And if I try to play it, she'll just end up hitting the strings and trying to play it too, And by the time she goes to sleep, I burn rather than played with her, But that's a great trade-off as far as I'm concerned. So, that's just part of life, Things change, and one day, hopefully, I'll get to do it again.
Okay. What advice do you have for other creatives out there? Not just creatives in your industry, but creative people looking to add balance to their life in terms of their monetary intake, in terms of time, in terms of dedication to their creativity.
The easy answer would be the one that everybody always gives, which is do what you love, and be true to yourself. It's not that simple in the real world. At the end of the day, identify what makes you happy. If you could identify what your end point is, what your goal is, my happy moment is sitting on a balcony at a house on a cliff over the beach, drinking with a couple of friends while my children playing around and whatever. That's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to achieve that, I need to do certain things. And I do the things that I need to do in order to do that. So I can have my happy moment every week or every couple of weeks or every month or whatever, and that's what I need because that's everything that is important to me, and I'll be there in those moments with my guitar, and there's other fellow musicians I'm there with, a lot of them. So we can make music and we could do stuff. I don't need the recognition, and I don't need the kudos or anything from anybody, if you understand what I mean. I just like to play music. I've always told Scott, my favorite part of being in the band is just being in the band room. I hate going on stage.
Oh.
Anybody that knows me personally knows I hate being on stage. And people always probably take it the wrong way and think that, I'm a person that, because they've never met me, I'm something totally different to what they think I am. I'm petrified when I'm on stage. And to the point where I actually don't like it and I dread it all the time. I love just going in a band room and jamming with people and having fun. So that for me is the perfect musical outlet. So if I was to tell anybody, what to do as to how to be creative and how to be in their life, just find a way to be happy. And being happy doesn't mean, don't tell yourself, well, I need to play music to be happy. You can't play music to be happy if you can't eat, because you're not going to be happy with your belly hungry. So maybe you can eat, but you have nowhere to live. And you're not going to be happy because you're going to be griping that you're watching other people get ahead and you're not. You have to find a way to get all the things that you want together and do them all at the same time, and then you'll realize what happiness really is, I think.
Okay. Well, James, thank you for sharing with us.
You're welcome.
Okay, James Amow for AvaC, Cool Discover. Thanks, James.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.